Hey now, welcome into Crypto Info, Blockchain Made Easy with your host, Frank the Crypto Tank. Welcome in Saturday morning, sunny Colorado. It is June 21st. Welcome to the summer solstice. Happy birthday, Ed. And you see today's topic on the board. We can get into before our Genius versus Stable Act episode. Let's go ahead and take a peek at, let's take a look at, sorry guys. Let's take a look at what everybody wants to see in the morning. Coin market cap, we're down into fear 43, dipping 7 past middle, past balanced here, 3.21 trill for the crypto market. 103,959 for a Bitcoin. Like I always say, who gives two shits? This is dumb. We're not doing that. How about Caleb and Brown? We don't zoom in so tightly here on the channel. Never financial advice. This is for entertainment, educational, and sometimes entertainment purposes only. Don't forget to check Caleb and Brown, your one-stop concierge service for crypto brokerage. You get your personal crypto broker 24/7. They do not commingle funds. They're a one-to-one brokerage. They are available 24/7. They use Fireblocks custody, institutional grade security. For your funds, you can set buy and sell orders, limits. You can get in and out when you want without having to pay but one fee. You also can pull out, excuse me, what you want to pull out. You know, on these other platforms, you can only pull 25K a day, whatever, 50K a day, 100K a day. Caleb, you can pull out as much as you want, a couple mil a day. Anyway, never financial advice. All right, let's get into today's episode. Before we do, let's just see how the money's moving. How the money's moving around in crypto today. Let's see. Well, you got a buttload of Dogecoin. You got a buttload of Bitcoin right here in this stretch. Let's see. You got a bunch of Hedera, a bunch of Algorand, a bunch of AMP token, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, it's Aave. Aave. You got a bunch of Ethereum coming in. Here's a bunch of Stellar XLM and also obviously XRP. All right, so let's zero in on one and see where it's actually coming from primarily, because it will show us. And where it's going to. So that's what Cardano's up to. Cardano, because we care. Cardano. That's what Cardano's up to. Sorry, guys, I'm not looking into the camera today. What are you doing, Frank? Audience is up here. Yeah, it's going from the U.S. and Japan? Can't really tell. Anywho, these are the exchanges it's going from. KuCoin, BitTrue, blah, 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 blah. And how much is going and how fast. And 37, 34,000, 35,000 traded in the past minute. It's pretty cool. Let's check the old XRP. Where are you? You're way down here. I know you are, because I've played this game before with you. I could just hit search. Let's see what's going on with XRP and its movement. Takes just a sec to kind of pull up. And you can see everything happening, like I said, here, which is kind of cool. This is where it's moving from. We'll let that pull up for just a sec.
KRW stands
Yeah. Okay, I thought so. Okay. I'll look a couple of these up. KRW is South Korean won, where this is moving from, or it could be Europe, but it's certainly USD. Korean won, yep, Europe, a little bit out of Europe too. So it is both of the, it is all three of these where XR. See, this is where XRP is coming from, where it's going to, going from Europe to the Meta region, Middle East, North Africa. It's going from USD over here to this region of the US. And Korea, South Korean won, it's going to the Pacific Rim. It is going to Thailand, Philippines, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, crazy. That's pretty cool. I love it. I'm sorry I'm mesmerized by a fiat leak. All right, let's get to today's topic. Let's get back to yours truly, and let's cover my notes on today's topic. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Wow. I need some aguas or some coffee substitute. Okay. Now, let's first get into, we've covered what these bills are, many videos on the channel. Let's get into it again now. Now I got a voice sounds like Telly Savalas. I gotta shave my head. I gotta need a drink of water. It sounds like Telly Savalas. Genius Act. The Senate passed June 17th, 2025 with a 68 to 30 vote. We're all well aware at this point in the crypto space. Defines payment stablecoins. It mandates a one-to-one backing is what this bill does, primarily, essentially. There's a whole bunch in these bills. With liquid assets, monthly disclosures, AML safeguards. So all those things. It needs to have a one-to-one backing with liquid assets, monthly disclosures, attestations, AML safeguards, anti-money laundering safeguards. Implements dual tracking licensing, federal for more than 10 billion, state for smaller issuers. Okay, so federal for more than 10 billion and state for smaller issuers. Issuers. That's for the dual track licensing. Okay, when they implement this, it's going to be federal for more than 10 bill, and it's going to be state issued for less. Now, Stable Act going to the House is what we're all waiting for now. The House Financial Services approved their version earlier. Similar aims. We have moths that fly in our studio because of our lights that could light up the world. Holy cow, it's bright in here. It's getting hot on these lights, isn't it, Seinfeld? The House Financial Services approved their version earlier. Similar aims on reserves, redemption rights, AML or anti-money laundering, but still awaiting a floor vote. And that's what we're waiting for here, as we well know concerning the House. But we're going to need a reconciliation or an agreement between the Stable Act and the Genius Act. And they're going to need to come together, and they're going to need to do it. I love that this moth flies in the field of view. They're going to need to do it, please, before the August break. Thank you. So that we can get this rolling in the real world and set up our at least soft, guardrails, guardrails, I guess you could call them, for crypto. We can get banks and institutions involved to get this whole thing rolling. All right. What are the key differences and frictions between the Stable and the Genius Act? So the Genius allows state-based regulators. The Stable may impose stricter federal guardrails. And we're not looking for the Stables, that's the deal, is that we're not looking for all these the guardrails that the Stable wants to offer. We're not looking for. The president has already said, sorry, I'm a obsessive repulsive, nuts not folded properly. It's driving me nuts. The president had said, excuse me, that, yeah, we're looking for the Genius Act to just kind of be taken as is. If you take a look at it, you'll see that he's not just saying just brush it through. I mean, look at it, it's fine. Everything is good with it. We don't need the Stable Act and its, harsh, strict guardrails trying to be integrated with the already awesome Genius Act, if that makes sense. Let's get this Genius Act going. It's good as is. Genius Act. Genius covers foreign issuers. Treasury can block non-compliant ones. This is good. Stable may have tougher audits and anti-yield provisions. Of course, regulation, tying everybody up. Like, we can continue to regulate further if we see things happening. It's not the end of the world that aren't awesome, right? But let's keep the liquidity and the flow of business and movement and money going with this whole thing, and stop doing the tie them up with all these regulations and things. It doesn't make a lot of sense. This Stable is too strict. No, thank you, Stable. It's too strict. The protections are there. Take a look at the Genius Act. We should pull an episode and rip the two apart deeply. I don't know if any of us have the attention for that early in the morning. Maybe we will. Maybe we'll take bullets on it. Why don't we do that? I don't know. That's not a promise. It sounds so boring to me. I do want to know some of the finer points, though. That's another reason to not research. It's boring. All right, political dynamics are another thing to consider here. Trump urged a clean Genius Act, as I've mentioned, by the August recess. As I've mentioned earlier, warning against added provisions that are going to tie it up and cause problems. 100% agree. Let's get this thing moving. Senate bipartisan send-off. The House Republicans, for example, French Hill, is open to combining. So we see that we could see this thing move. We've got those who are interested in, even if we do end up combining, we can still move forward. We can still, we can still get it done. It's just, we'd rather not get it done, in the fall. Let's get it done earlier here in the summer so we can get out to the real world and get it working. Democrats caution, because the Democrats caution passing Genius alone might leave crypto exchange rules unaddressed. Crypto exchange rules. Well, so who gives a shit if it does? Who cares? Not financial advice on the channel. Let me wake up now with that horse shit. Because, yeah, I'm not thrilled with what some of the exchanges that I love, and this is never financial advice on the channel, never was, never will be. It is strictly for educational and informational purposes only, and sometimes education. Now, here's the deal, people. Wake the fuck up. Hey, Dems, wake the fuck up. Passing Genius alone, maybe. Okay, so they've been going for all these years. Think about this for a sec, Dems. All these years, the Genius Act has been going along. I mean, the exchanges have been operating. Yes, they've been getting, everything gets hacked. Come on, Google and Facebook and all of them just have the largest data breach in history. 60 bill data piece, folks, got breached. Come on, let's wake the hell up. This stuff is just going to exist in the world. Guys, come on. The exchanges have been, don't make me keep whining like this. The exchanges have been existing for all this time and doing their thing. Yes, like I said, we can instate more. We can employ more. We can invoke more. Tighter regulation as time moves on. I mean, we can do that. We've been operating now this long. Oh, you're not going to do it because it might not cover the exchanges that have been operating all this time anyway? You see the foolishness in this? Okay, then. Let's move forward. Oh, my gosh. Holy cow. How stupid. To me, how stupid. That was a stupid point to bring up. That was not logical. That didn't make sense. I'm going to say it again. Democrats caution, they caution this, that passing the genius alone might leave crypto exchange rules unaddressed that have been operating all this time anyway. Okay. Timeline to resolution, key deadline, August recess. Yeah, I would say so. You know what I mean? 50 days from when I pulled this info up, which is not, it's coming right up here now. The August recess happens at different dates for protection, for security reasons, obviously, but somewhere around that time. Path A, clean genius. Let's take path A, right? House passes genius as is. President signs before recess. Everybody stops crying and being little babies about it. Or path B, we can have a bunch of nonsense with the other side of the aisle going, reconciliation is what's needed, stable and genius, and then possibly Digital Asset Market Clarity Act, a market structure bill. Now, look at, I don't know if that would be the worst thing in the world if we did have to wait for all this stuff to have it be more clear, a better bill that's more comprehensive and allows for more play legally, regulatorily, regulatorily. There's no word for it, I don't think. I think I finally found a spot where there's no word in the English language to illustrate what I am trying to say. Yeah, I think that might be better. That's my opinion. I think it might be better to be patient and have a more comprehensive bill that has that allows for more play in the market. Buy cryptocurrencies and cryptocurrency projects. Meh. What do I know? Not a lot. I know a little bit. Implications and what to watch. For stablecoin issuers, a clear federal framework enables scale with high quality reserves and audits, and that, of course, would take stablecoins and their usage to unseen heights in this world. Stablecoins like the newest shit. It's crazy. It's like the newest, the newest thing in the world. It's nuts. I don't know. People don't know if they're really realizing how huge stablecoins are in this world. How huge they're going to become. How they're going to change our entire money system. Make our entire money system look different. Our financial system, our payment system, at the very least. Globally too, but our global financial system is a changing, as you can see here with what we cover on the channel. For international stablecoins, U.S. can block non-compliant foreign tokens. It's a good thing. Financial markets, bill could accelerate demand for treasury bills, lowering yields. We've heard Scott Bessent talk about this in an interview recently, telling the interviewer said this is going to cause a problem for the dollar, and he said, "Oh no, contraire, my dear lady." He didn't say that. He said, "No, please, I beg to differ." I'm paraphrasing. He said something like, "Well, no, because stablecoins are going to require that to keep a one-to-one backing, U.S. Treasuries are purchased." And this is going to send the explosion of stablecoins with cryptocurrency in the world, which y'all ain't seeing yet, but you will coming up here. Some are seeing it. It is going to light a fire under and ignite the purchase of U.S. Treasuries, hither to which the world has never seen, creating strength in the U.S. dollar that we have not seen decades in this country. Mark my words. And I don't know what the fuck I'm even talking about. Watch this shit. How right I am with that. Well, I've jumped on some coattails. I've jumped on the shoulders of geniuses, a couple with that. They've not gotten that deeply into it that I have heard. I'm sure they have in interviews and conversations and in their newsletters they write or books, but research papers they write. But no, I've not gotten into that. I am taking a guess here. I don't know. Like I said, what do I know? Just this guy on this channel. I don't know. That's my guess, though, is that It's going to increase the strength of the dollar unbelievably with all the purchase of these U.S. Treasury bills to keep the one-to-one backing that stablecoins require. They can use other instruments, other they can use like cash and things like that, but Treasury bills are the one that's the safe one. Okay, crypto ecosystem. That's my quick take on that. Please drop in the comments if you disagree, agree with that or not, or if you think I'm on or off with that. What your take is, where you think this thing is going. Crypto ecosystem with broader market structure rules. Crypto exchanges still operate in regulatory gray zones, and we agree they do, and nobody is wild about that. That's the thing I don't like I said, about rushing this thing forward, although I want this thing to go forward. And it is true these exchanges have been operating. I know I flip-flopped on that a little bit. You don't flip-flop a little bit. Either you flip-flop or you don't. I did flip-flop, um, which is fine. I'm on both sides with that. I understand what the Dems are saying with that. And it's not just Dems, it's also Repubs that are saying that, because that's to start up a little bit of Democrats are saying, well, Republicans are saying it too. So it's not a Dem Republican thing. The idea here is, in short, the genius is ready. Stable is poised. We're going to have to see how this integration works with these two bills. Um, Now it's up to the House. Will lawmakers go solo or combine for a full crypto package? I say they do. I think it. I turned. So funny. I completely turned tail. Boy, did I turn tail after thinking about this further, governing my passions and uh, pushing down my inability to, my impetuousness, my inability to just chill out and be a little bit patient here and say, now wait a minute, if we chill out, I'm trying to grab this quick thing here. Now let's take some time and create this bill properly. Integrate a little bit of the stringency of the stable, okay, act, and make something great that will allow the whole world to play with crypto properly and send crypto to the frickin' moon right now, including utility. Because if we get a more comprehensive, a stronger, more solid guardrail bill that allows for larger institutions to so clearly come into play in with crypto, why wouldn't we want that? Chill out, okay? Never financial advice. Just means more time to buy over the summer if crypto doesn't take off. Besides, I'm calling for another Black Swan event before all this stuff happens and clears and takes off to crazy heights anyway. And that's just me. What do I know? I want to see if I get. I love having this thing land on me. Come on, everybody. Such a weirdo. Anyway, it's about time to get this thing closed for today. Because when I get bored, it's time to close her up. I mean, it's already 6:30 in the morning here on Saturday. The day's already a half over. I'm kidding. Um, yep. And I could never find it out here. Ah, well, not really concerned about it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's information, breaking it down, laying out what is to come on Genius and Stable. Are they going to combine the two? Tell us in the comments what you think. Do you think it's a good idea to push this Genius Act through quickly and then bring about more regulation, more detailed, tougher guardrails moving forward and just run the way it is? Or do we pull something together now that tightens it up and creates more clearly defined guardrails for now that I am going to say will allow for larger institutional players to come into crypto on a scale hitherto which we have not seen? I don't know if that's right. Is that the right, like, kind of old English way to say that? Hitherto which? I don't think that's a thing. I think I made it up. All right, anyway, I hope you have a great Saturday today. Enjoy it. I hope you have a great birthday, Ed. Happy birthday. And please remember to tap down below for our Caleb and Brown link, which is going to be your one-stop concierge service for crypto brokerage. And I say crypto brokerage, making it sound all big. It allows for a regular person to literally have a crypto broker the way that large people do. It doesn't matter what you put in for funds. You can put in whatever you want. It doesn't require this, you know, crazy amount. I think there might be a certain amount, but it's totally reasonable. I have to actually check that before I say that. But there is, it's not like you have to have like this crazy amount of money in there to play ball. No, it's for regular people. It's never financial advice. So you got to check for yourself. Take a look at Caleb and Brown. Take a look at what everything I've been telling you about them and what everybody else tells you about them that you've heard. That they're 24/7. They're completely safe. They're kind. They're intelligent. They're competent. They don't commingle your funds like that FTX guy did that time. You know what I mean? That whole thing, Sam Bankman-Fried. No, your funds are not commingled. They are kept one to one. So whatever you have in there is yours and it's there, available to you. They have Fireblocks institutional grade security, which protects your funds 24/7. You can pull out as much as you want. On Caleb, you can pull out, if you want to pull out a mill, you can pull it out in a day. Why everybody is not on Caleb, I have no clue why you wouldn't do it and go sign up. Um, Australia is not a concern whatsoever. Uh, their regulatory, the strictness of it, of their financial regulatory layout is as strict, if not stricter, than the U.S. without a lot of the games that the U.S. plays. They work hand in hand, like their version of the SEC, of our SEC, really works hand in hand with them and helps them to move forward with projects and things instead of what we saw with Choke Point 2.0. So, yeah, Choke Point 2.0. Yeah, Choke Point 2.0. Yeah, we all know what happened with that. And all the lawsuits that came from the SEC, Gary Gensler's SEC, to the crypto space. Yep. Whatever. We're not going to get into the whole thing. We're trying to have a great Saturday today. Let's enjoy it. Please have a very happy Saturday. I love you all. I hope it's sunny where you are. And I hope you join us in tomorrow morning, Sunday morning, for Crypto Info Blockchain Made Easy. Take care, guys.